Zach Palmer with Autoblog here at the New York Auto Show. And right behind me, we have the new Hyundai Kona, specifically the Kona Electric. So this is the North American debut for Hyundai's new Kona. It grows a lot bigger this year. The Electric gets a few spec bumps here and there, and the design is so different. Let's just start by walking around the Electric here. The obvious, this crazy yellow paint, obviously, new option for 2024, but there's a whole lot else new here. So Hyundai used the Ioniq design language to try and enhance this one. So that means you got some of the parametric design and LED lights that you get from like an Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 6. As the car is twirling around here, we can actually look at the rear first. It's really classy. You got this full width tail light right here, and this is where you see that sort of parametric design with these little square LEDs back there and more squares in the lower bumper. It's a really neat design, honestly. But as we move around here, you'll notice this is the Electric and it has the body color cladding. Not all of them have that. Some of the gasoline variants have the big black cladding that you might be used to with the Kona. And as we transition all the way to the front, I want to point out these new wheels that we have. Pretty neat Aero design wheels. But my favorite angle is definitely directly from the front, where you get a full width DRL and a pretty blank face though, honestly. So this is like, it's just plain Jane up here until you get to the bottom. Again, you got that sort of Ioniq-like design. Those touches really enhance the look of the Kona a lot, I think. But like I said, this thing grew a lot, and really there are a lot of different changes between the trims that we should look at, because not everybody's gonna buy the Electric. So how about we walk on over to some of the other models that Hyundai has on the show floor here. Specifically, this one is a limited model. So this is a gasoline powered one. It has a 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Notice a lot of design changes here. So this does not have the full body color front end. Has a lot of different trim designs and just ways that they differentiate the Electric to the gasoline model. Now, I also want to point out that we have this body cladding here. It's pretty dramatic, actually. It gives a two-tone look. If that's what you want, that's what you get with this kind of a vehicle. Unique wheel design, of course. Down the side, also again, that two-tone with the body cladding. This one probably isn't my favorite looking one. My favorite looking one is right behind us, actually, the Kona N-Line. So this is the sporty one. It also has the 1.6 liter, but it has a lot of different design changes that make it look a lot more aggressive. So it has its own front fascia up here. You see a nice painted black look. You got almost EV6-like design down here that gives it that sporting character. I really love these wheels here too. Nice and aggressive with the N badge inside there. Now, don't get that confused. It's not a full N. The full Kona N is not out yet. We don't know if it will be for this generation, but just going further along the side here, N-line badge, cool. You get a contrasting color for the mirror, and probably my favorite touch is in back with this gigantic spoiler. It's actually kind of silly for a Kona. This thing isn't a performance vehicle, but man, look at the size of that spoiler. And then Kia finishes it off nicely with a little faux diffuser and a dual exhaust down here. Nice and classy looking, but also sporty. But let's hop inside real quick and show off that larger interior. Welcome inside the Kona now. This one is the N-Line, but they're similar across the board in their new design and new tech. So right in front of me, we have a new steering wheel that actually eschews the Hyundai logo. It's just a straight line here. But in front of you, you get the two big screens. So this is a huge upgrade versus the previous Kona. It's a lot more high tech. It has a new generation of infotainment in it. And right below it, we have a totally new center stack with different looking climate control, a lot of buttons. I really appreciate that. There's buttons all over for that, for the heated and cooled seats, a big drive mode knob. You got a really easily placed wireless phone charger there. And overall, this place just feels a lot airier than before. You have a really large center console for a ton of storage here. And because this is the N-Line, I will point out you get some cool red accents that really sportify the experience. But we should hop in the back real quick, because that is why Kona enlarged this vehicle so much, to give the rear passengers a little space from the previously cramped Kona. So here we are in the back now, and honestly, the Kona feels like it's an entirely different class larger than it was before. Previously, we would classify it as a subcompact. This feels more like a mid-compact, or even just a compact, like a smaller compact SUV. This seat is where it's comfortable for me. I'm 5'10", like there is so much space back here. It is legitimately large and comfortable to sit. 2 adults back here now, which is great. I think that that'll solve a lot of people's problems with the smaller previous Kona. So definitely A+ on that. And yeah, that's the new Hyundai Kona. A lot of new tech, mostly new powertrains, and a great new interior with a lot more space.